Strategic Thinking Mastery, written by Keshav Raj and published by Splendor YT. Why do some people work harder than everyone else, yet remain stuck in the same place year after year? Why do others seem calmer, less rushed, and somehow keep rising higher? Why are some people constantly overwhelmed, while others create freedom, influence, and long-term success? The answer is not luck. It is not raw intelligence. And it is not simply working harder. The real difference is strategy. Welcome to Strategic Thinking Mastery. This is a journey into how successful people truly think, how organizations really operate, and how long-term winners position themselves far ahead of everyone else. Most people spend their lives reacting. They respond to emails, attend meetings, fix urgent problems, and survive 1 week at a time. They become excellent at motion, but poor at progress. They know how to stay busy, but they never learn how to move strategically. This book is about changing that. You will learn how to understand the hidden beliefs controlling your decisions. You will learn how companies reward behavior, how influence is built, how trust works, and why many talented people never rise. You will learn how to think beyond today, beyond this month, and beyond your current role. Because tactics help you win the day. Strategy helps you win the decade. If you enjoy what you hear, this book is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read and study it in full at your own pace. Now let us begin. Chapter 1. The Invisible Scripts. Imagine two professionals who begin the same job on the same day. They have similar education, similar experience, the same title, the same salary. 18 months later, their careers look completely different. One of them is exhausted. She works early mornings and late nights. She solves emergencies, answers emails at midnight, steps in whenever there is a crisis. Everyone says she is dependable. Everyone says she works incredibly hard. But leadership sees her in only one way: as someone who executes, someone who handles problems, someone valuable exactly where she is. And because of that, she is never promoted. The second employee took a different path. Instead of constantly fighting fires, he spent time understanding why fires kept starting. He studied broken systems. He talked to stakeholders. He improved workflows. He removed bottlenecks. He solved problems before they became emergencies. 18 months later, he is respected, calm, and promoted. What happened? The first employee followed an invisible script. The second rewrote his. Invisible scripts are hidden beliefs we absorb early in life. Work hard and success will come. Stay busy and people will notice. Be loyal and eventually you will be rewarded. Do everything yourself to prove your value. These ideas often help in school. Study longer, get better grades. Do the assignment, receive the reward. But the professional world does not always work that way. Organizations do not pay based only on effort. They reward value. They reward leverage. They reward people who solve expensive problems. They reward people who make systems better. They reward those who create results beyond their own labor. This is where many hard-working people become trapped. They believe more effort automatically creates more opportunity. So they keep pushing harder. Longer hours, more stress, more tasks. But if the output remains the same, nothing changes. Imagine digging a hole with your hands. Working twice as hard helps a little. Using a machine changes everything. Strategic thinkers look for the machine. They ask better questions. What keeps repeating? What wastes time? What creates friction? What can be automated? What can be delegated? What can be improved once and benefit everyone many times? That is how careers accelerate. There is another hidden script that traps intelligent people. The belief that being right is enough. Consider a talented employee who discovers a flawed company plan. He prepares a brilliant report. Every fact is correct. Every argument is logical. Then in a meeting, he publicly destroys the idea in front of senior leadership. Technically, he wins. Strategically, he loses. Why? Because organizations are made of people. And people have egos, fears, pride, and politics. If you embarrass someone publicly, they may oppose you forever. Being right without emotional intelligence can become expensive. Many people are experts in logic, but beginners in psychology. Strategic thinkers understand both. They know that facts matter, but timing matters too. Relationships matter. Delivery matters. How people feel matters. Truth presented badly often gets rejected. A weaker idea presented skillfully often gets approved. This may feel unfair, but understanding reality gives you power. Ignoring reality keeps you frustrated. So ask yourself honestly, what invisible scripts are guiding your life right now? Do you believe exhaustion proves worth? Do you believe saying yes to everything creates success? Do you believe staying quiet guarantees recognition? Do you believe being the hardest worker is enough? If so, it may be time to rewrite those beliefs. Replace effort equals value. With value creates reward. Replace busy equals productive. With focused creates results. Replace doing everything myself with building systems that scale. Replace being right with being effective. Your mind has an operating system. Most people never inspect it. They simply run outdated code for decades. But the moment you become aware of your scripts, you gain the ability to upgrade them. And that can change everything. Because success often does not begin with working harder. It begins with thinking differently. If this chapter opened your eyes, remember that Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon for those who want the complete reading experience and deeper study. Most people believe that logic wins. They believe the best idea rises to the top. They believe strong evidence, clear numbers, and solid reasoning are enough to persuade others. It sounds fair. It sounds rational, and in many workplaces, it is completely false. Chapter 2. The Logic Illusion. Imagine a professional who spends weeks building the perfect proposal. He gathers market data, creates polished spreadsheets, runs financial models, checks every number twice. He knows the company should change direction, and he has the evidence to prove it. He walks into the boardroom confident. He presents clearly. The math is undeniable. The logic is airtight. Then something unexpected happens. Silence. A few executives cross their arms. Someone questions a minor data source. Another focuses on irrelevant details. The room drifts into resistance. Soon the proposal is delayed. Then forgotten. He leaves frustrated, asking one question. Don't they care about facts? They do, but facts alone are rarely enough. This is the logic illusion. The false belief that people make decisions primarily through reason. In reality, most decisions are first emotional, then justified with logic afterward. People often feel first, then explain later. To understand this, imagine the human mind as two forces working together. One side is rational. It plans, calculates, compares options, analyzes data. The other side is emotional. It reacts quickly, protects status, avoids discomfort, fears loss, defends identity. When both sides agree, decisions are easy. When they disagree, emotion usually wins. This happens every day inside organizations. A manager may reject a smart proposal not because it is wrong, but because it threatens their authority. A team may resist change not because the numbers are weak, but because the old system feels safe. An executive may dismiss innovation because uncertainty creates anxiety. Then later, they explain their decision with polished logic. But the real reason happened earlier. Emotion moved first. Logic followed behind as a lawyer. This is why brilliant ideas often fail. They are designed only for the rational mind. They ignore the emotional reality of the room. Imagine a sales leader who built their career serving enterprise clients. Now someone proposes shifting towards smaller businesses. Even if the data is strong, the sales leader may hear something very different. My expertise matters less now. My status may decline. My past success is being questioned. That emotional reaction can quietly kill the proposal. Not because the idea is weak, because the identity feels threatened. Strategic thinkers understand this deeply. They do not abandon logic. They package logic in emotional safety. They know that before people can hear the numbers, they need to feel secure. So instead of presenting change as an attack, they frame it as an opportunity. Instead of saying the old model is broken, They say the next phase builds on past success. Instead of making someone look outdated, they make them part of the future. This is not manipulation, it is intelligent communication, because people support what they help create, and they resist what feels forced upon them. Imagine the same proposal handled differently. Before the board meeting, the presenter speaks privately with the sales leader. He asks for guidance. He listens. He invites feedback. He says this new direction could become an additional growth engine, and the sales leader's experience would be essential in leading it. Now the same executive enters the room feeling respected, included, and valuable. The numbers did not change. The data did not change. Only the emotional context changed. And that often changes everything. Many careers stall because talented people keep speaking only to logic. They overwhelm others with charts. They debate harder. They double down on facts. Then wonder why nothing moves. But organizations are human systems. Human systems move through psychology. So before your next proposal, ask different questions. Who might feel threatened by this change? Whose budget, status, or control could be affected? Who needs to feel included? Who needs private context before the public meeting? What fears may exist beneath the surface? When you understand these hidden forces, persuasion becomes easier, conflict becomes lower, progress becomes faster. This lesson also applies outside the office. In families, in partnerships, in friendships. Trying to win every disagreement with facts often creates distance. Understanding emotion creates connection. Being correct is useful. Being effective is powerful. So the next time someone resists a clearly good idea, do not assume they are irrational. Look deeper. What are they protecting? What are they afraid of losing? What identity feels at risk? That is where the real conversation begins. And if you are the one presenting an idea, remember this. Data opens minds only after trust opens hearts. Master both, and your influence multiplies. If you're enjoying this audiobook, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and revisit these lessons anytime. Some people are busy from morning to night. Their calendars are full. Their inbox is overflowing. Their phone never stops vibrating. They move fast. They respond quickly. They look productive. And yet, months later, nothing meaningful has changed. No major progress. No breakthrough results. No real momentum. Because movement is not always progress. Chapter 3. The Trap of Motion. Imagine a senior manager whose day begins before sunrise. He checks messages before getting out of bed. He replies to emails while brushing his teeth. By 9 a.m., he is already in back-to-back meetings. He jumps from call to call, solves urgent problems, answers random questions, reviews documents, approves requests, puts out fires. By evening, he is exhausted. He feels accomplished because he was active every minute. But the company's most important project is now months behind schedule. How is that possible? Because he confused motion with action. This is one of the most dangerous traps in modern life. Motion feels like progress. Action creates progress. They can look similar from the outside, but the results are completely different. Motion includes planning without deciding, researching without starting, talking without building, organizing without executing, checking notifications, rewriting to-do lists, attending meetings with no outcome. Motion keeps you occupied. Action moves the needle. Action is making the sales call, writing the first draft, launching the product, having the hard conversation, submitting the application, making the decision, starting before you feel ready. Most people secretly prefer motion. Why? Because motion feels safe. It gives the illusion of productivity without exposing you to failure. If you keep preparing, you never have to risk rejection. If you keep researching, you never have to test reality. If you stay busy, you can avoid asking whether your work matters. Motion protects the ego. Action tests it. That is why many people stay trapped for years. They say they are working on something, but what they really mean is they are circling it. Imagine someone who wants to start a business. They spend months choosing fonts, designing logos, watching videos, buying courses, rebuilding the website, comparing software tools, Everything looks serious. Everything looks professional, but they have not spoken to one customer. They have not sold anything. They have not entered the market. That is motion, and motion can become sophisticated procrastination. The same pattern appears inside companies. Teams hold 6 meetings to discuss a decision that one person could make in 10 minutes. Departments create presentations about progress instead of making progress. Managers stay available for every interruption and then wonder why strategic goals never happen. Urgent noise consumes meaningful work. Strategic thinkers understand something critical. The world rewards outcomes, not activity. No one is promoted because they attended the most meetings. No market rewards the most internal emails. No breakthrough happens because a calendar looked crowded. Results come from concentrated action. That means you must become willing to disappoint motion. You may need to leave messages unanswered for a while. You may need to decline unnecessary meetings. You may need to stop looking busy. You may need to protect silent time for meaningful work. This can feel uncomfortable at first, because many workplaces reward visible busyness. But visible busyness often hides invisible stagnation. Ask yourself honestly, what are you currently working on that has produced no real movement? What task keeps expanding because you avoid finishing it? What important action are you postponing by doing smaller tasks first? What would happen if you spent one focused hour on the hardest thing each morning? The first hour of your day matters greatly. Many people surrender it immediately. They wake up and open messages. They let other people's priorities enter their mind before their own priorities begin. By lunchtime, their attention has been stolen. Strategic thinkers reverse this. They begin with intention. Before opening the world, they move their own mission forward. That one habit can change a career. Try this simple method. Before tomorrow begins, write down 3 actions. Not vague tasks. Not, work on project. Specific actions. Send proposal to client. Draft first 2 pages. Call supplier. Review hiring shortlist. Then do one of them before checking email. You will feel resistance. That resistance is the doorway to growth. Because your mind prefers easy motion. But your future is built by hard action. Another hidden truth is this. Being overwhelmed does not always mean you have too much to do. Sometimes it means you are doing too much that does not matter. Busyness can become a shield. If you're always occupied, you never have to confront whether you are focused. And focus is uncomfortable. Focus requires saying no. Focus requires choosing what will not get done. Focus requires ignoring many things to finish one thing. That is why so few people master it. But those who do create extraordinary leverage. They appear calmer, less frantic, more selective, yet they move faster over time. Because they are walking in the right direction while others run in circles. Remember this clearly. Motion burns energy. Action builds momentum. Motion fills days. Action changes years. Motion impresses observers. Action transforms reality. So if your life feels crowded but stagnant, do not ask how to work harder. Ask what must actually be done. Then do it, even imperfectly, even nervously, even before you feel ready. Because strategy begins when meaningless motion ends. If this chapter helped you rethink productivity, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and go deeper into these ideas. Some people sabotage their own success without realizing it. They work harder than necessary. They refuse help. They hold on tightly to control. They feel threatened by other people's talent. They struggle to delegate. They fear being exposed, and from the outside, it often looks like ambition, but underneath it is something else. Fear. Chapter 4. Escaping the Scarcity Snare. Imagine a young executive who earns a major promotion early in her career. She is intelligent, driven, highly capable. Everyone says she has a bright future, but within a year, her team begins to fall apart. Talented employees leave. Morale drops. Projects slow down. She reviews every detail personally. She insists on approving everything. She refuses to let others present important work. She works late every night because she trusts no one else to handle key tasks. From the outside, she appears controlling. Inside, She is terrified. She believes that if she loosens her grip, people will discover she is not good enough. She believes praise, power, and opportunity are limited resources. She believes if someone else shines, she becomes smaller. So she clings tighter, and in trying to protect her position, she destroys it. This is the scarcity snare. Scarcity is the belief that there is not enough. Not enough recognition, not enough money, not enough success, not enough opportunity, not enough room for others to win without you losing. When people operate from scarcity, their focus changes. They stop creating value. They start protecting territory. They hoard credit, hide information, compete with teammates, resist delegation, fear talented colleagues, micromanage, become defensive, and often, they call it professionalism. But it is insecurity in disguise. Scarcity thinking creates a small internal world. Every compliment to someone else feels like a threat. Every promotion becomes bad news. Every strong coworker feels dangerous. Every mistake feels catastrophic. This is exhausting, and it quietly limits growth. Because no one rises far alone. The higher levels of success require trust, collaboration, and multiplication through others. If you cannot let others grow, you cannot grow far yourself. One of the most common forms of scarcity is imposter syndrome. This is the feeling that your success is fake, that one day people will realize you do not belong, that your achievements were luck, that you must constantly prove yourself. This leads to overworking, perfectionism, control, fear of delegation, fear of rest, fear of being seen as average. But here is the truth many never learn. Confidence does not come before growth. Confidence often comes after repeated action. And nearly everyone at higher levels feels uncertain at times. The difference is that some people keep moving anyway. Strategic thinkers replace scarcity with abundance. Abundance does not mean pretending resources are infinite. It means understanding that value can be created. Skills can grow. Relationships can expand. New opportunities can emerge. Success is not a fixed pie. When you help others succeed, you often increase your own opportunities. When you build talented teams, your reputation rises. When you share credit, trust grows. When you teach others, your influence multiplies. Imagine two managers. The first hides her best employees because she fears losing them. She blocks promotions, keeps top talent close, protects her team from being noticed. At first, it seems smart. But soon ambitious people avoid working for her. Her team weakens. Her reputation shrinks. The second manager pushes talented people forward. She gives them visibility, encourages promotions, introduces them to leadership. Some of them leave her team. But soon, everyone wants to work for her. Why? Because growth attracts talent. Generosity creates gravity. This is abundance in action. The same principle applies personally. Many people hold on to tasks they should release. They insist on doing work beneath their level because it feels safe. They avoid training others because being needed feels secure. But if only you can do your job, you become trapped inside it. Strategic growth requires letting go of what you have mastered. You cannot reach for the next level while gripping the old one with both hands. Ask yourself honestly, where are you holding control because of fear? Where do you resist delegation because being needed feels good? Whose success secretly bothers you? What praise given to others creates discomfort inside you? What would you attempt if you were not afraid of judgment? These questions reveal where scarcity still lives. The cure begins with awareness. Then practice. Celebrate someone else's wins sincerely. Teach a skill you usually protect. Delegate something important. Let another person present the work. Recommend someone for an opportunity. Share credit publicly. Take one bold step without waiting to feel fully ready. Each action weakens scarcity. Each action strengthens freedom. Another powerful shift is this. Move from proving to building. Many people waste years trying to prove they are smart enough, worthy enough, talented enough. Strategic people focus on building instead. Building systems, building teams, building trust, building results, building reputation, building leverage. Proof is fragile. Building compounds. And remember this: someone else succeeding does not reduce your future. Another person's talent does not erase yours. Another person's recognition does not cancel your potential. Life is larger than fear tells you. Opportunity is wider than insecurity believes. The people who rise highest are often those willing to lift others with them. Because leadership is not about controlling more. It is about creating more. So release the shrinking mindset. Stop guarding crumbs. Start creating tables. If this chapter challenged the way you think about success, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and revisit these lessons anytime. Some people are always doing something. Always answering messages. Always fixing problems. Always rushing. Always exhausted. From the outside, they look valuable. From the inside, they are slowly being replaced. Because doing more is not the same as achieving more. And speed without direction can become a trap. Chapter 5. The Busy Loser. Imagine an employee known for one thing: efficiency. His inbox is always empty. He replies within minutes. Every task assigned to him gets completed fast. Need something done today? Give it to him. He is dependable, responsive, busy every hour. He believes this makes him indispensable. Then one day, the company announces a restructuring. His role is eliminated. He is shocked. How could they remove the hardest worker? Because while he was mastering daily tasks, someone else was redesigning the system. Software was introduced. Processes were automated. Workflows were simplified. Most of what kept him busy no longer needed a person at all. He spent years becoming excellent at tasks that were disappearing. He won the daily battle, but lost the long war. This is the fate of many hard-working people. They optimize the present while ignoring the future. They become faster at low-value work, more responsive to shallow demands, better at maintaining systems that should be replaced. They mistake usefulness for security. But usefulness depends on context. And context changes. The world rewards people who solve important problems, not just people who stay occupied. To understand this, think about two forces that control most schedules: urgency and importance. Urgent things demand attention now. A ringing phone, an incoming email, a last-minute request, a crisis, a deadline. Important things create long-term value. Planning, learning, building systems, developing relationships, improving skills, preventing future problems, creating strategy. The danger is that urgent things shout. Important things whisper. Urgent work feels dramatic. Important work often feels quiet. Urgent tasks reward you instantly. Important tasks reward you later. So most people spend their lives serving urgency. They react all day, then wonder why nothing meaningful improves. Strategic thinkers reverse this pattern. They respect urgency when necessary, but they protect importance relentlessly. They understand that many crises are simply unpaid bills from neglected important work. If you never maintain your health, the body creates urgency. If you never improve systems, work creates urgency. If you never address tensions, relationships create urgency. If you never plan finances, money creates urgency. Neglected importance becomes future emergency. Imagine a manager spending 20 hours each week solving conflicts between departments. Every week feels intense. Every week feels necessary. Then one Friday, instead of reacting, she creates clear rules, responsibilities, and communication processes. The conflicts drop sharply. She used one block of important work to remove many urgent problems. That is strategic leverage. Most people do the opposite. They solve the same preventable issue again and again, then feel proud of surviving it. But surviving recurring chaos is not mastery. It is often poor design. Ask yourself honestly, how much of your week was spent reacting? How much was spent building? How much energy went to things that mattered 1 hour later? How much went to things that matter 1 year later? These questions reveal the truth of your trajectory. Another hidden danger of busyness is identity. Some people become emotionally attached to being needed. They like being the one everyone calls. They enjoy being overwhelmed because it feels important. They say yes constantly. They rescue constantly. They stay available constantly, but often, they are not leading. They are functioning as a bottleneck. If everything depends on you, the system is weak. And eventually, your exhaustion becomes the cost. Strategic thinkers do not try to be needed for everything. They try to be valuable where it counts. They ask, what should only I handle? What can be delegated? What can be automated? What should be eliminated entirely? This creates space for higher-level work. There is also a personal lesson here. Many people fill their days because silence would force reflection. Busyness can distract from uncomfortable truths. That a career needs changing. That a relationship needs honesty. That goals are unclear. That energy is misdirected. Noise can hide emptiness. So sometimes the bravest move is not doing more. It is pausing long enough to think clearly. Try a simple exercise. Take your current to-do list. For every item, ask one question. Does this create real value? Or merely maintain motion? Then sort each task into 4 categories. Do now, schedule later, delegate, delete. This sounds simple, but done honestly, it can transform your life. Because many people carry tasks they should have dropped years ago. Remember this clearly. If your calendar is full of urgent work, that does not prove importance. If your inbox is empty, that does not prove progress. If you are exhausted, that does not prove effectiveness. Busyness is easy to display. Value is quieter. The people who rise long-term often look calmer. They are selective, focused, protective of their time, less reactive, more intentional. They may seem slower in the moment, but over years, they move much farther. So do not ask only, how can I get more done? Ask, what deserves to be done at all? That question separates labor from leverage, and activity from advancement. If this chapter helped you rethink productivity and priorities, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and explore these ideas in depth. Chapter 6, The Architect's View. 2 people can work equally hard and get completely different results. One struggles endlessly, the other seems to move forward with less stress, less effort, and far greater impact. Why? Because effort alone is not the highest force in success. Leverage is. Chapter 6. The Architect's View. Imagine 2 software developers responsible for maintaining an aging payment system for a fast-growing company. The system crashes during busy seasons. Customers get frustrated. Revenue is lost. Pressure rises. The first developer becomes a hero every time disaster strikes. He stays awake through the night, manually patches servers, writes emergency fixes, responds to every alert. Leadership praises his dedication. He is seen as reliable, essential, committed. But the next major sales season arrives. Traffic increases. The crashes return. Now he works even longer hours. His stress grows. His health declines. He is solving the same problem again and again through personal sacrifice. The second developer chooses a different path. During a quieter month, she steps back from daily chaos. She spends weeks redesigning the system. She builds automated testing, creates scalable infrastructure, removes fragile points of failure. Some people complain that she is not handling small issues fast enough. But she stays focused. Then the next busy season arrives. The system handles demand smoothly. No emergency, no panic, no all-night rescue mission. She takes the weekend off. The first developer used effort. The second used leverage. This is one of the most important ideas in strategic thinking. Leverage means applying force in a way that multiplies results. It is the difference between pushing harder and building smarter. Many people live without leverage. Their output depends entirely on their hours. If they stop working, results stop too. They trade time for progress. And time is limited. No matter how ambitious you are, the day still gives 24 hours. Strategic thinkers obsess over escaping this trap. They look for methods where one action creates repeated benefits. 1 hour invested today saves 100 hours later. One system replaces endless manual work. One relationship opens multiple opportunities. One skill upgrade increases all future output. That is leverage. There are several forms of leverage in modern life. Labor leverage. Other capable people helping execute a mission. This includes teams, partnerships, and delegation. Capital leverage. Using money to save time or create scale. Buying tools. Hiring expertise. Investing in growth. Code leverage. Software, automation, and digital systems that work while you sleep. Media leverage. Content, training, and ideas distributed endlessly at almost no extra cost. A video recorded once can teach thousands. A written guide can answer the same question repeatedly. A strong reputation can open doors before you speak. Strategic people build these multipliers steadily. Others remain trapped in manual repetition. Another crucial concept is positioning. Leverage is how you move powerfully. Positioning is where you choose to stand. Many people work hard in shrinking industries, dying systems, low-growth environments, tasks becoming automated. They improve execution inside weak terrain. This creates frustration. Imagine becoming the best DVD rental store manager just as streaming rises. Skill matters, but environment matters too. Positioning asks bigger questions. Where is the market moving? What skills are increasing in value? What trends are just beginning? What problems will matter more in 3 years? What part of the company is growing fastest? Where will opportunity naturally gather? Strategic thinkers quietly move toward those answers. They do not wait until change becomes obvious. By then, competition is crowded. History rewards this pattern repeatedly. Many companies mastered the old model while ignoring the new one. They optimized yesterday. Others positioned for tomorrow. The future usually belongs to the second group. This applies to careers as well. Some people spend years becoming excellent at tasks software will soon automate. Others learn communication, leadership, design, systems thinking, sales, and adaptability. One path becomes narrower, the other becomes broader. So ask yourself honestly, are you increasing effort or increasing leverage? Are you solving recurring problems manually or removing their root causes? Are you becoming better at low-value tasks or building high-value capabilities? Are you standing where the world was or where it is going? These questions can change the next decade of your life. There is also a hidden emotional challenge here. Leverage often looks slower in the short term. Building systems takes patience. Training others takes time. Learning new tools can feel inefficient at first. Strategic moves may temporarily reduce visible productivity. That is why many people avoid them. They prefer immediate output, but immediate output often traps long-term growth. Think of planting trees. For a while, it looks like little is happening. Then one day, shade appears. Fruit appears. Strength appears. Leverage works similarly. Invisible first, powerful later. Try this practical exercise. Write down the 3 tasks that consume the most of your time each week. Then ask for each one. Can this be automated? Can this be delegated? Can this be standardized? Can this be removed entirely? Can learning one skill make this easier forever? Even one answer can reclaim enormous energy. And once time returns, use it wisely. Do not fill reclaimed time with more noise. Use it for thinking, building, learning, positioning, because the goal is not merely to work less. The goal is to create more value with less waste. Remember this clearly. Hard work matters, but hard work without leverage can become a treadmill. Movement without multiplication, exhaustion without expansion. The people who rise highest are not always those who strain the most. Often, they are those who design the best systems, choose the best terrain, and apply effort where it compounds. So stop asking only, how can I work harder? Start asking, how can one move create 10 results? That is the architect's view. If this chapter expanded the way you think about effort and success, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and revisit these lessons anytime. Many people love vision. They talk about the future. They speak about transformation. They describe bold goals, massive growth, and exciting possibilities. And yet, nothing changes. Because vision alone does not build results. A dream without execution is only imagination. Chapter 7. The Bridge. Imagine a company led by an inspiring chief executive. He speaks confidently about innovation. He talks about modernizing the business. He promises a new era. The board is impressed. Employees are curious. The presentations are polished. But inside the company, everyday reality looks very different. The sales team still uses outdated incentives. Managers still reward old behaviors. The warehouse still struggles with broken tools. Customer support still follows yesterday's scripts. Middle managers are unclear. Frontline employees are confused. Everyone hears the vision. No one knows what to do on Monday morning. This is where many organizations fail. They build castles in the sky, but never build the bridge to the ground. The bridge is the missing skill between strategy and execution. It is the ability to translate long-term goals into clear daily actions. Without this bridge, vision becomes frustration. Leadership thinks employees resist change. Employees think leadership is disconnected. Both sides feel disappointed. The real problem is translation. Strategic thinkers understand that every large outcome must pass through smaller levels of clarity. A 10-year vision must become a 3-year strategy. That strategy must become annual objectives. Those objectives must become quarterly projects. Those projects must become weekly priorities. Those priorities must become today's actions. That is how futures are built. Not in speeches, in systems. Imagine a company with a bold goal. Become the most trusted clean energy provider in the region. That sounds powerful, but by itself, it changes nothing. Now bring it lower. Within 3 years, convert half of existing industrial clients to solar systems. Now lower again. This year, sign 500 new solar contracts. Lower again. This quarter, redesign the sales commission plan to reward solar sales. Lower again. This week, draft the new compensation model and review it with leadership. Now the future has touched reality. Now people know what to do. That is the bridge. Many leaders skip this process. They announce direction, but leave old incentives untouched. They ask for innovation, while punishing mistakes. They demand collaboration, while rewarding competition. They talk customer focus, while measuring only internal metrics. Then they wonder why progress stalls. Because people respond to systems more than slogans. If bonuses reward old behavior survives. If promotions reward politics, politics grows. If meetings reward caution, caution dominates. Daily incentives often defeat noble intentions. This applies far beyond companies. Individuals make the same mistake. Someone says, I want to be healthier. That is vision. But if groceries stay the same, evenings stay unplanned, sleep stays chaotic, and exercise is never scheduled, nothing changes. Another says, I want financial freedom, but spending habits remain untouched. Skills remain stagnant. No plan exists. Again, no bridge. Wishes without structure create disappointment. The bridge requires specificity. What exactly must happen next? Who owns it? By when? How will it be measured? What obstacles need removal? What old system conflicts with the new direction? These questions turn hope into progress. Strategic thinkers ask them constantly. They do not get intoxicated by ambition alone. They respect mechanics. There is also an emotional side to this lesson. Many people prefer vision because it feels exciting. Talking about the future gives energy. Execution feels smaller, messier, slower, less glamorous. It involves spreadsheets, training, accountability, process design, uncomfortable conversations, repeated follow-up. But greatness is often built inside unglamorous consistency. The world celebrates announcements. Results come from implementation. Ask yourself honestly, what goal in your life sounds impressive, but lacks a bridge? What have you declared without designing? What dream remains too high in the clouds? Now lower it. What is the 3-year path? What is this year's target? What is the next 90-day project? What must happen this week? What can be done today? That ladder creates momentum. Another powerful principle is alignment. When goals, incentives, communication, and daily behavior all point the same direction, progress accelerates. When they conflict, friction multiplies. Imagine rowing a boat where half the team rows forward and half rows backward. That is how many teams operate. Not because people are lazy. Because systems are misaligned. The bridge creates unity. Everyone understands where they are going, why it matters, what role they play, and what success looks like now. This clarity is a competitive advantage. Remember this clearly. The best strategy in the world is useless if it does not change behavior. The strongest vision is powerless if it never reaches the calendar. The future is not built by intentions. It is built by translated action. So do not just ask, what do I want? Ask, what must happen next? Then build downward until the answer becomes obvious. That is how leaders move organizations. That is how individuals move their lives. That is how ideas become reality. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly subscribe and press the bell icon so that you keep receiving notifications for all our new videos. People often say they value teamwork, integrity, customer service, innovation, quality, long-term thinking. But if you want to know what people truly prioritize, do not listen to their words. Look at what they are rewarded for. Because incentives reveal reality faster than speeches ever will. Chapter 9. Follow the metrics. Imagine a company with a serious customer service problem. Wait times are long. Customers are frustrated. Reviews are getting worse. Leadership decides to fix it quickly. They introduce a new performance metric. Every support call must be handled in under 6 minutes. Bonuses are tied directly to this target. At first, the numbers look excellent. Average call times drop. Dashboards improve. Executives celebrate. The solution appears successful. Then 3 months later, customer cancellations rise sharply. Complaints explode. Trust declines. An audit reveals the truth. Agents were ending difficult calls early, transferring customers unnecessarily, disconnecting conversations just before the time limit. Not because they were evil, because they were rational. They were doing exactly what the system rewarded. This is one of the deepest truths in strategy. People adapt to measurement. Whatever gets rewarded gets repeated. Whatever gets punished gets avoided. Whatever gets tracked gets optimized. And whatever gets ignored slowly dies. Many leaders misunderstand this. They think behavior problems are character problems. Sometimes they are system problems. When incentives point the wrong way, even good people can create bad outcomes. Imagine a sales team paid only when contracts are signed. What happens? Some salespeople overpromise, push weak-fit customers into deals, hide future problems, close aggressively. Why? Because renewal quality does not affect their pay. Now imagine compensation changes. Half is paid at signing. Half only if the customer renews 1 year later. Suddenly behavior changes. Honesty increases. Fit matters more. Long-term thinking rises. The people did not transform overnight. The incentives did. This is why strategic thinkers always ask a different question. Not, what are people saying? But, what are people being rewarded to do? Metrics are powerful because they shape attention. When a manager is judged only on short-term revenue, they may neglect culture. When an employee is judged only on visible activity, they may avoid deep work. When a teacher is judged only on test scores, real learning may suffer. When a creator is judged only on clicks, quality can decline. The metric becomes the mission, even when the metric was meant to serve the mission. This reversal happens everywhere. A number designed to help decision-making becomes the target itself. And once people chase the number alone, distortion begins. That is why wise leaders are careful with measurement. They know every metric has shadows. Track speed too aggressively, and quality drops. Track cost too aggressively, and morale suffers. Track growth too aggressively, and ethics bend. Track harmony too aggressively, and honesty disappears. Every number shapes behavior. Choose poorly, and hidden damage grows. This lesson also applies personally. Many people measure the wrong things in their own lives. They track hours worked instead of value created, followers instead of trust, busyness instead of progress, income instead of freedom, appearances instead of peace. When your scoreboard is flawed, your behavior follows. So ask yourself, what numbers are guiding my decisions? Do they represent what truly matters? Or just what is easy to count? Some of the most important things are difficult to measure. Trust, reputation, wisdom, depth of relationships, long-term credibility, mental clarity. These may not fit neatly into spreadsheets, but they often determine everything. Strategic thinkers combine numbers with judgment. They use metrics as tools, not masters. They ask second-order questions. If we reward this, what unintended behavior might appear? How could smart people game this system? What valuable thing might be sacrificed to improve this number? What balancing metric should exist beside it? For example, a support team might track speed and customer satisfaction. A sales team might track new deals and retention. A manager might track output and team turnover. Balanced scorecards create healthier behavior. Single numbers often create blind spots. Another important truth is this. If someone at work behaves in ways that seem irrational, selfish, or frustrating, pause before judging them. Look at their incentives. A department may delay helping you because they are rewarded for efficiency, not collaboration. A manager may avoid risk because failure harms promotion chances. A colleague may hoard information because scarcity is built into the culture. Understanding incentives creates empathy, and empathy creates better strategy. Ask yourself honestly, what is the primary metric by which your performance is judged? How does it quietly shape your choices? What shortcuts does it tempt you toward? What valuable behavior does it ignore? What recurring conflict around you is really an incentive problem in disguise? These questions reveal hidden forces. Remember this clearly. People listen to speeches, but they follow scoreboards. Culture is often built less by values statements, and more by compensation plans, dashboards, promotions, and consequences. If you want to change outcomes, change incentives. If you want to understand behavior, follow the metrics. If you want to lead wisely, measure what matters, and watch what measurement creates. If this chapter changed the way you see motivation and performance, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and explore these ideas in greater depth. Many people believe great ideas win on their own. They assume if something is smart enough, useful enough, or profitable enough, it will naturally be approved. They think meetings exist to recognize truth, reward intelligence, and make bold decisions. But in many organizations, meetings serve a very different purpose. They do not always create action. Often, they protect people from risk. Chapter 10. The Graveyard of Good Ideas. Imagine a talented employee who spends weeks developing a brilliant proposal. He studies user behavior, builds a prototype, runs the numbers, calculates the return. He knows this idea could improve the company significantly. Finally, he gets a chance to present it in a large leadership meeting. 12 people are in the room. Directors, vice presidents, senior managers. He presents clearly. The data is strong. The logic is solid. The opportunity is obvious. Then the responses begin. Engineering says implementation may delay another project. Compliance asks about possible legal concerns. Finance wants more analysis. Operations requests a longer review cycle. Someone suggests forming a committee. Another recommends revisiting next quarter. The meeting ends politely. Everyone thanks him. Nothing happens. His idea did not fail because it lacked value. It failed because it entered the wrong environment. Large meetings often become graveyards for good ideas. Why? Because in many corporate settings, meetings are less about decision-making and more about risk dilution. When many people are present, personal accountability becomes weak. No one wants to be the person who strongly supports a bold move that later fails. But everyone can gain safety by raising objections. Objections sound intelligent. Caution sounds responsible. Delay feels prudent. And shared hesitation protects careers. So instead of combining courage, the room often combines fear. This creates a strange reality. It can be harder to approve a great idea in a crowded room than in a private conversation. Because groups often reward defensiveness over ownership. Another hidden truth is this. Most ideas are imaginary until budget is attached. A company may praise innovation endlessly, But if no money, time, or people are assigned, the idea does not exist. Words without resources are theater. Approval without allocation is often disguised rejection. Strategic thinkers understand how meetings actually function. Small meetings can make decisions. Large meetings often confirm decisions already made elsewhere. That means the real battle usually happens before the meeting. In private conversations, one-on-one discussions, preliminary feedback, quiet alignment, relationship building. This is called pre-wiring. It is one of the most valuable strategic skills in professional life. Instead of surprising 12 people publicly, strategic operators speak privately with key stakeholders first. They ask concerns in advance. They adapt the plan. They remove resistance early. They turn critics into contributors. So when the formal meeting arrives, it is no longer a cold pitch. It is the final step of a process already underway. Imagine that same employee using a different approach. Before the big presentation, he meets engineering privately. He asks how to reduce implementation pain. He meets compliance. He clarifies legal issues. He meets finance. He refines cost assumptions. Now when the large meeting begins, multiple leaders already recognize their fingerprints on the proposal. It feels safer, familiar, shared. Approval becomes easier. The idea did not become better overnight. The politics of risk changed. This principle applies beyond offices, families, partnerships, communities. Dropping a major surprise in a public setting often creates resistance. Quiet conversations beforehand create readiness. Many people avoid this because they think it feels political. But there is ethical politics and manipulative politics. Ethical politics means understanding human dynamics and reducing unnecessary friction. It means helping good ideas survive reality. That is wisdom, not deception. Another reason good ideas die is ego. Some people would rather reject another person's idea than support something they did not create. This is common and human. Strategic thinkers account for it. They share credit generously. They invite collaboration early. They make others part of the win. People support what includes them. They resist what excludes them. Ask yourself honestly, have your best ideas failed in public rooms? Did you rely on logic without building alignment? Did you seek permission too late? Did you expect a meeting to create courage? What key person needed a private conversation first? These questions can save years of frustration. There is also a personal lesson here. Many people present themselves to the world only when everything is perfect. Then they are surprised by cold reactions. Often, support grows through earlier connection, not final performance. Trust is built gradually. Momentum is built quietly. Then outcomes appear publicly. Remember this clearly. A meeting is not always where decisions begin. Often, it is where decisions are displayed. Do not confuse visibility with influence. Do not confuse applause with commitment. Do not confuse interest with investment. If you want action, build support before the room. If you want movement, reduce fear before the presentation. If you want great ideas to live, help them survive human nature. That is how strategic people operate. If this chapter changed the way you see meetings, influence, and decision-making, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and revisit these lessons anytime. Trust looks invisible. You cannot hold it. You cannot measure it easily. You cannot force it with titles or speeches. And yet, trust may be one of the most valuable assets any person or organization can possess. Because where trust is high, things move faster. Where trust is low, everything becomes expensive. Chapter 11. The Currency of Connection. Imagine two managers facing the same crisis. A major system failure shuts down operations for hours. Customers are angry. Money is being lost. Senior leadership demands answers. The first manager enters the room tense and defensive. He quickly explains that a junior employee made the mistake. He shows emails, points to missed steps, protects himself. On paper, he survives. He avoids blame, but something unseen is damaged. His team watches closely. They learn an important lesson. When pressure comes, he will sacrifice others to save himself. From that day forward, trust declines. People become cautious. Creativity drops. Communication narrows. Talented employees begin planning their exit. Now imagine the second manager facing the same crisis. She enters the room calm. She says clearly, "The responsibility is mine. Our system was not strong enough. We will fix it immediately." She protects her team publicly. Then later, she improves the process privately. Leadership respects the ownership. But something even more important happens. Her team becomes fiercely loyal. They feel safe. They take initiative. They tell the truth early. They work harder willingly. They trust her. Same crisis. Different response. Different future. This is the economics of trust. Trust is not soft. It is structural. When trust is high, communication becomes simple. People speak honestly. Problems surface early. Decisions move quickly. Collaboration feels natural. When trust is low, hidden taxes appear everywhere. Extra meetings. Long email chains. Documentation for everything. Political behavior. Defensiveness. Micromanagement. Slow approvals. Energy spent protecting instead of building. Low trust turns simple work into heavy work. High trust turns heavy work into lighter work. That is why trust is a strategic advantage. Many people think trust comes from charisma. It does not. Trust is usually built from repeated evidence. There are 4 powerful ingredients. Credibility. Do you know what you are doing? Do your words reflect competence and honesty? Reliability. Do you do what you said you would do? Do deadlines mean something when you promise them? Safety. Can people speak openly with you? Can they share uncertainty without fear of humiliation or punishment? And finally, motive. Whose interests are you serving? Only your own, or also the team, the mission, the people around you? This final one matters deeply. A brilliant, skilled, dependable person can still be distrusted if everyone senses selfish intent. People ask silently, will this person use me when convenient? Will they disappear under pressure? Will they take credit and shift blame? Character is often read through patterns, not claims. Strategic thinkers guard trust carefully. They understand it compounds slowly and collapses quickly. Built in drops. Lost in buckets. One broken promise may outweigh 10 polite conversations. One betrayal may erase years of goodwill. That is why consistency matters more than image. There is also a leadership secret here. The fastest scaling leaders often behave in 2 powerful ways. They absorb blame, and they reflect credit. When something fails, they take responsibility. When something succeeds, they spotlight the team. This lowers fear and raises loyalty. People give extraordinary effort to leaders who protect them. Because safety unlocks energy. Another hidden truth is this. Trust also matters with yourself. If you repeatedly break promises to yourself, internal trust weakens. You say you will start tomorrow. You delay. You say you will train. You skip. You say you will speak honestly. You avoid it. Over time, confidence declines. Why? Because confidence often grows from self-trust. When you keep your word to yourself, identity strengthens. So trust operates externally and internally. Ask yourself honestly, when people think of you, do they think dependable, safe, fair, truthful, or unpredictable, self-focused, politically convenient? Where is your weakest link? Skill, consistency, listening, integrity under pressure. These questions reveal where growth matters most. Think also about the people around you. Who drains energy because you cannot trust their motives? Who creates ease because their word is solid? That difference explains many frustrations people mislabel as personality conflict. Sometimes it is not chemistry. It is trust debt. How do you build trust practically? Keep small promises. Be on time. Tell difficult truths early. Admit mistakes quickly. Give credit publicly. Correct privately. Stay steady under stress. Do not gossip. Protect absent people. Be useful without needing applause. And when you cannot deliver, communicate early. Reliability includes honesty about limits. Remember this clearly. Trust is not built in grand gestures. It is built in ordinary moments repeated consistently. The returned call, the kept deadline, the private loyalty, the honest warning, the calm response under pressure. Over time, These moments become reputation. And reputation opens doors skill alone cannot. In organizations, trust reduces friction. In relationships, trust creates depth. In leadership, trust multiplies influence. In personal growth, trust creates confidence. So treat trust like capital. Invest in it daily, protect it fiercely, spend it wisely. Because once enough trust exists, people will follow you through uncertainty. And that is rare power. If this chapter helped you understand the real value of trust, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and explore these lessons in depth. Many companies proudly display their values on walls. Integrity, innovation, respect, excellence, customer first, teamwork. The words look impressive. They are printed in bold letters, placed in lobbies, added to websites, repeated in speeches. But words on walls do not define culture. Decisions do. Chapter 12. Slogans versus systems. Imagine walking into a company headquarters and seeing beautiful values carved into stone. Communication, respect, integrity, excellence. Everything looks inspiring, yet behind closed doors, employees are rewarded for politics. Shortcuts are ignored when profits are strong. Toxic high performers are protected. Bad news is hidden. Fear shapes behavior. What are the real values of that company? Not the words on the wall. The behaviors it funds. The people it promotes. The actions it tolerates. This is one of the most important truths in organizational life. Values are not what an organization says. Values are what it sacrifices for. If a company claims to value honesty but punishes people for speaking uncomfortable truths, honesty is not a value. If it claims to value innovation but attacks every failed experiment, innovation is not a value. If it claims to value people but burns them out for short-term numbers, people are not the priority. The slogan may be attractive. The system reveals reality. Strategic thinkers learn to ignore branding language and observe incentives. Who gets promoted? Who gets protected? What behavior leads to rewards? What behavior quietly ends careers? What happens when values become expensive? That last question matters most. Anyone can value integrity when it costs nothing. The test comes when integrity threatens revenue. Anyone can value respect when times are easy. The test comes during pressure. Anyone can value customer care in presentations. The test comes when helping customers reduces short-term profit. Real values survive discomfort. Fake values disappear under pressure. This applies to leaders personally as well. A manager may say, "My door is always open." But if employees are punished after honest conversations, the door is decorative. A leader may say, "I trust my team." But if every decision requires approval, trust is fiction. A founder may say, "We reward initiative." But if mistakes are punished harshly, initiative dies. People learn culture through consequences, not slogans. Every workplace teaches silently. It teaches through what happens next. Consider one toxic high performer. They hit targets, but they damage morale, disrespect colleagues, spread fear. If leadership keeps them because numbers are strong, a message is sent instantly. Revenue matters more than character. Everyone adjusts. Culture shifts. Trust declines. Good people leave. All because one tolerated exception taught the truth. Strategic leaders understand that exceptions shape culture faster than speeches. What you allow repeatedly becomes the standard. What you reward repeatedly becomes the norm. What you ignore repeatedly becomes permission. That is why consistency matters. Another powerful test is what could get someone fired. If a company says safety is sacred, would hiding a safety risk end a career? If transparency is core, would intentionally concealing bad news lead to removal? If respect matters deeply, would abuse from a top performer be unacceptable no matter their numbers? If not, those values may be preferences, not principles. Preferences are optional. Principles carry consequences. This lesson matters beyond organizations. Families have values too, not what parents say, what they model. If honesty is preached but lying is common, children learn the system. Friendships have values. Relationships have values. Personal identity has values, not what you claim in private moments, what you repeatedly choose under pressure. So ask yourself honestly, what does your workplace truly value? Speed or quality? Politics or truth? Control or trust? Short-term wins or long-term health? Appearance or substance? Now ask personally, what do you truly value? Health or convenience? Growth or comfort? Depth or distraction? Integrity or image? Your calendar, spending, habits, and reactions often reveal more truth than your intentions. Strategic thinkers align systems with stated values. If learning matters, time is allocated for learning. If trust matters, autonomy increases. If quality matters, standards are protected. If people matter, burnout is addressed. If innovation matters, intelligent failure is tolerated. Systems make values visible. Without systems, values become decoration. There is also a warning here. Many people become cynical after seeing hypocrisy. They conclude values are meaningless everywhere. That is not true. Some organizations live their values deeply. Some leaders protect principles at real cost. Some teams build trust through consistent behavior. But you must learn to recognize the difference. Do not be seduced by language. Watch behavior over time. Watch what happens during stress. Watch who rises. Watch what gets defended. Reality leaves footprints. Remember this clearly. Culture is not created by posters. Character is not created by statements. Values are not declared. They are demonstrated. When sacrifice appears, truth appears. So whether you lead a company, a team, a family, or only yourself, ask one question often. Do my systems match my words? Because if they do not, people will always believe the system. And they will be right. If this chapter changed how you see culture and leadership, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and revisit these lessons anytime. Many organizations claim they want excellence. They say they value ownership. They speak about customer focus. They talk about high standards. But wanting these things is easy. Building systems that create them is rare. Because excellence does not appear through motivation alone. It is engineered. Chapter 13. The Anatomy of High Performance. Imagine a company discovers a simple way to make more money. By making it harder for customers to cancel subscriptions, revenue would rise immediately. Buttons could be hidden, extra steps added, confusion increased. Many organizations would approve this quickly. Short-term numbers would improve. But a truly high-performing culture might reject it instantly. Why? Because some organizations understand a deeper principle. Trust is more valuable than a quarter of extra revenue. And long-term reputation is worth more than short-term extraction. This is the difference between average cultures and elite cultures. Average cultures chase visible gains. Elite cultures protect foundational principles. High performance is often misunderstood. People think it means working longer hours, more pressure, more meetings, more intensity, but sustainable high performance is not endless effort. It is alignment between values, systems, and daily behavior. It is when people know what matters, have authority to act, and are trusted to do meaningful work. Let us look at 3 powerful ingredients often found in elite environments. Customer obsession, ownership, excellence. First, customer obsession. Many businesses say the customer comes first, then spend most meetings discussing internal politics, rival companies, or short-term numbers. Customer obsession means the customer is present even when absent. Their experience shapes decisions. Their frustration matters. Their trust matters. Their time matters. Strategic organizations ask constantly, does this help the customer? Does this reduce friction? Does this build loyalty? Would we feel proud if we were the buyer? This perspective creates durable advantage. Because many companies focus on squeezing customers. Few focus on serving them deeply. Second, ownership. In weak cultures, people wait. They wait for permission, wait for another department, wait for a manager, wait for instructions. Problems linger because everyone says it is someone else's responsibility. Ownership destroys this paralysis. Ownership means seeing a problem and feeling responsible to improve it, even if it is inconvenient. even if it is not in your job description, even if no applause follows. The strongest teams create environments where frontline people can act. They do not force every decision upward. They trust judgment close to reality. Imagine a factory worker noticing a dangerous defect. In many systems, they stay quiet. They fear blame. They fear slowing production. They fear hierarchy. In a high-performance culture, that worker has authority to stop the process immediately. Because quality matters more than ego, and prevention matters more than appearances. That is ownership made real. Third, excellence. Excellence is not perfectionism. It is disciplined care. It is refusing lazy standards. It is noticing details others ignore. It is saying no to mediocre shortcuts. It is understanding that repeated small compromises create major decline. Many organizations drift downward slowly. A rushed hire, a sloppy process, a tolerated low standard, a weak product release. One by one, these seem minor. Together, they shape identity. Excellence works the same way in reverse. One thoughtful decision, one strong standard, one honest correction, one careful improvement. Compounded over time, greatness emerges. High-performance cultures also understand the power of subtraction. They do not chase every opportunity. They say no often. They remove distractions. They protect focus. Many people think success comes from adding more. Sometimes it comes from removing what weakens the mission. This applies personally too. Your life performance depends on similar principles. Customer obsession becomes service. How well do you help others? Ownership becomes responsibility. Do you wait or act? Excellence becomes standards. What do you tolerate from yourself repeatedly? If you want stronger results, build stronger systems. Do not rely only on motivation. Create environments that make success easier. For example, if health matters, prepare your environment. If deep work matters, remove distractions. If learning matters, schedule it. If relationships matter, make time before crisis arrives. Systems protect values from mood. Another powerful truth is this. High performers are often trusted more, not controlled more. Many leaders respond to mistakes by adding rules. More approvals, more forms, more bureaucracy. But excessive control often punishes the capable along with the careless. Elite cultures hire carefully, align clearly, then grant autonomy. They manage through context, not constant surveillance. This increases speed, morale, and innovation. Ask yourself honestly, where in your work or life do you demand outcomes without building systems? Where do you say quality matters while rewarding speed? Where do you say growth matters while protecting comfort? Where do you say trust matters while micromanaging? These gaps reveal why results stall. Now ask, what one principle deserves stronger protection? What one low standard needs removal? What one person should have more authority? What one process should be redesigned around the people it serves? These small shifts create compounding returns. Remember this clearly. High performance is not created by slogans, pressure, or endless hustle. It is created when values become visible through structure, when customers are respected, when people own problems, when standards are defended, when focus is protected, when trust replaces needless control. That is how ordinary groups become exceptional. That is how individuals become reliable. That is how greatness becomes repeatable. If this chapter helped you understand what truly drives elite performance, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon if you'd like to read the full book and explore these lessons more deeply. You have now reached the end of part 1 of Strategic Thinking Mastery. And if there is one truth these first 13 chapters have revealed, it is this. Most people do not fail because they lack talent. They fail because they follow invisible patterns they never question. They stay busy instead of effective. They work hard without leverage. They chase titles without building trust. They pursue motion instead of meaningful progress. They react to systems instead of learning how systems truly work. But now, you see differently. You understand that success is not random. It is often predictable. It follows incentives. It follows reputation. It follows focus. It follows emotional discipline. It follows systems that compound over time. You have learned that working harder is not always the answer. Sometimes the answer is thinking deeper, simplifying smarter, building trust stronger, and aligning actions with long-term goals. You have also seen that leadership is not about control. It is about clarity, not about dominance, but direction, not about being the loudest person in the room, but becoming the most valuable presence in it. Now the most important question is not what you learned. It is what you will apply. So before part 2 begins, pause and ask yourself honestly, what habit is wasting my energy? What system in my life needs redesign? Where am I chasing approval instead of progress? What one skill, if improved, would change my future? What one decision have I delayed for too long? Choose one answer, then act on it this week. Because knowledge without action becomes entertainment. But knowledge applied becomes transformation. And this is only the beginning. If you haven't liked the video yet, please do give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, kindly subscribe and press the bell icon so that you keep receiving notifications for all our new videos. In part 2, we go deeper into advanced strategy. You will learn how to navigate uncertainty, build invisible power, master influence, create long-term leverage, protect your peace while growing success, and think like those who rise without burning out. If part 1 opened your eyes, part 2 can change your trajectory. So stay ready for the next release. And if you would like the complete experience right now, Strategic Thinking Mastery is also available on Amazon, where you can read the full book, revisit these lessons, highlight key insights, and study the ideas at your own pace. Thank you for listening to part 1. Apply what you have learned. Stay sharp, stay strategic, and I will see you in part 2.